Good morning, traders. Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, and as we wrap up this last week, full week of trading in May, clearly we have again some stability from last night's trading. We didn't go any lower, we didn't go any higher. We're sitting right up against this prior value area in the Nasdaq. As you can see, we probed into it yesterday, came down, took care of that gap fill that was sitting here at this 1050 number. And in the overnight, very narrow range candle, not much volatility in this at all. So the question for us today is this going to be our support area, or do we probe, as we said yesterday, into the value area low, down into this 2287, which would have been the prior value area from this B formation failure, which was a stage 3. When we went back to a new stage 4 here in a stage 1, it accomplished that new highs for the year. This becomes a critical area for us. Of course, we have this gap down from Friday's close, which we could be looking at that as a potential gap fill on any rallies, which still would put us in lower lows and lower highs territory on the daily chart. And as we said yesterday in our briefing, as we go into the summertime months, expect, again, most people will expect not much to be going on. The old saying of sell in May and go away, for the something to go away to the Hamptons. Not usually the case anymore, because the markets are such a global piece of trading anymore that there's a lot of things to be traded during the summertime months. It doesn't necessarily mean we just go quiet and dry up. It may be a little bit more challenging some days than others, but with the volatility that we're seeing in the global markets, that shouldn't be an issue at all. So what are we doing today for the markets? Well, we're up against this area right here, like I said, on the 2313s. We got a weekly point of control at 09s for the Nasdaq so far. So yesterday's volume area, 9s right here, big area for us. So if we come down against that level, that would be actually back to the prior. On the smaller time frame, there's a B formation or stage 3 on the 60-minute time frame that we can come back to, and because we're actually all auctioning a little bit higher here. If we take a look, let me bring the 30-minute chart up. Take a look at the 30-minute. You can see here 0975. That's the high volume node. So yesterday, stage 3 broke out, went into supply, retested the supply area. Next stop would be 25s to 32s up in this area. Would be the next stop for us up in there. And then the question becomes is, do we just form a nice stage 3 down here where we get continuation lower too? That would be one of my concerns. If it can't rally, if it can't get up into these 25s to the 30s, then there's weakness still here in the Nasdaq, and that's when the door will probably open up for us to go all the way back down, which we said down to this last value area low down here, 2288s on the Nasdaq. Let's take a look at the S&P, look at where that's at. The S&P is something very similar here. Yesterday, though, we had a base down here where the Nasdaq was making higher lows. The S&P kept coming back and retesting these 12s down here, and 15s right now is a big volume node for us. So if we get anything this morning at the 15s, we would look to buy. That's also close to settlement. Target objective is back to 24s on the S&P, back into the prior value area. And again, on the daily, what is it looking like? Yesterday's candle pretty much just a doji. We didn't actually fill the gap either on the S&P, which is at 0850s. We still didn't get that filled. So that's still open also on the S&P. Same situation though would apply for this. Maybe we bounce, fill the gap. We do have a naked point of control here on the daily at 23. So upside objective today, I would be looking at that 25 area. 24s, 25s would be a valid upside, projected target for us. Then, of course, to the lows, this would be back down to the gap fill area for the S&P markets. Okay, just remember as you get closer to the summertime months and lower volume and such, trade smaller. Reduce your contract size if you have to, and just wait for the extremes. Let the markets come to your area and don't chase after the markets, because that's when you'll get in trouble really fast. Have a good trading day, folks. We'll see you all in the room.